supporter. And I guess that's it. There are others in the audience who are also supporting our local host, Kareem Aziz, was not able to be with us. This gathering will actually mark the return of the Institute of the Black World in Baltimore. In 1994, the African American Progressive Action Network, a group of activists and organizers and scholars from around the country, convened the first State of the Race Conference here. It was an effort to begin the process of building an action-oriented, African-centered think tank. Indeed, Brother Kobe Little here, our president of the NAACP, attended that conference. So we're no strangers to the city of Baltimore. This is actually a return. This conference was originally scheduled for 2022, but was rescheduled because of COVID. We wanted to ensure that we'd be able to actually meet in person. The cornerstone of IBW's work is promoting a culture of collaboration to heal and empower Black families, communities, and nations. That mission is reflected in our theme, Global Africans Rising, Empowerment, Reparations, and Healing. A major goal of this 5-day conference is to strengthen the surging U.S. and global reparations movement. Equally important, we will address a series of key themes that affect African people of African descent in this country and around the world. For example, the war on drugs, mass incarceration, gun violence and fratricide, gentrification, environmental justice, climate change, safe and clean and accessible water as a human right. We are delighted that this great gathering will feature the participation from some of the great leaders from around the Pan-African world who are engaged in the reparation movement and much more. That includes the Honorable Nana Addo Dankwa Addo, President of Ghana, the Honorable Maya Moore Motley, who is the first woman Prime Minister of Barbados, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, Prime Minister of Grenada, and the Honorable P.J. Patterson, the longest serving Prime Minister of Jamaica and a global statesman. These are all confirmed. We're still working on the invitation to Francia Marquez, the first woman Vice President, Afro-descendant Vice President of Colombia. She's trying to clear her schedule to attend, but there will be a delegation of persons, Afro-descendants from Colombia, who will be attending, including her executive assistants. In addition to the persons I've just noted, I'd just like to call your attention to the fact that we have the who's who of Black America and the Pan-African world who will be attending this conference. For example, Dr. Julianne Malvo, Mark Boyle, President of the National Urban League, Hillary Shelton, who is the Vice President of Advocacy for the Washington Office, Washington Bureau, Latasha Brown, from the co-founder of Black Voters Matter, Dr. Ife Williams, who is the President Emeritus of the National Congress of Black Women, Dr. George Frazier from the Power Networking Conference, and Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, with whom I work very closely in terms of advancing H.R. 40, the legislation that will create a presidential commission to, in fact, study and create proposals for African Americans. And so we are delighted to, in fact, be with the mayor today, who has been extremely helpful to us, and he and his staff, that he's joined us for this welcome. And we'll soon hear from him. We anticipate this being one of the great gatherings of people of African descent in this period. We have people coming also, commissioners from the National Reparations Commission from Antigua, Barbados, Jamaica, Trinidad. We have people coming from all over the world for this conference. So I'd now like to invite someone who's been also extremely helpful, that he helped raise me when I was much younger. He's now the distinguished president of the NAACP, and he was here for our conference in 1994. That is Kobe Little, followed by Kampu, who is the dynamic visionary leader of the Creating Artists Institute. Brother Kobe.
Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Daniels. And on behalf of all of Baltimore, we do want to thank Dr. Daniels and the Institute of the Black World 21st Century for choosing Baltimore for the 5th State of the Black World Conference. We are excited about this conference, not only because it's going to be bringing African people from across this country and across the world here to Baltimore, but also because this conference presents an opportunity for us to do some important work around the pressing issues facing our community. We've already heard Dr. Daniels talk about some of the subject area. This conference is an opportunity for us here locally, Mr. Mayor, in Baltimore, President Major, to set a black agenda. It's an opportunity for us to continue the work of black political agenda making. It's an opportunity for us to address the attacks on black political power. It is an opportunity for us to speak to the issues related to the environment and how climate change is impacting black people around the world. This is an opportunity for us to advance justice as it relates to the question of reparation and economic security. And it is an opportunity for us to build black unity. And so we are calling on all Baltimoreans, but not just people in Baltimore, all people across the state of Maryland to come to Baltimore for this conference, to register by going to IBW21.org. Register by reaching out to the Baltimore NAACP, and you can reach us at info@NAACPbaltimore.org. We're very excited that this conference is coming. We think that this is a reminder, Mr. Mayor. I've been telling people in my travels that if they don't know, Baltimore is the capital of Black America. And so we are excited to see people convene on the capital of Black America. We know that Baltimore is in fact a jewel, not only on the East Coast, but it's a place where you want to bring your convention. And so we're grateful for the work of Visit Baltimore, and we're grateful for the opportunity to showcase the wonderful businesses and the rich, deep history and culture that Baltimore has. So we say to all, welcome to Baltimore for the State of the Black World Conference 5, April 19th through the 23rd. Thank you.
I was born by the river in a little tent, and oh, just like that river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. I don't know what's up there on the skies. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Again, my name is Kim Poole. I'm with the Teaching Artists Institute. I'm joined by my president, AME, and we are an organization that works in 8 countries around the world, 6 of which are on the continent of Africa. But I was born and raised right here in Baltimore, and there's no place like home. And though we do work around the world, we will never stop wielding the vibration of creativity here on the home front. What an honor and privilege it is to have the State of the Black World Conference be held in my home city, to be able to invite artists, activists, and the global grassroots from around the world to my city. The Institute of the Black World and the State of the Black World Conference 5 is an opportunity for us to do that. Baltimore is fertile ground. It always has been. From the legacy of Cab Calloway and Billie Holiday, we find that artists have always been at the forefront of the movements that liberate Black people. This year we celebrate 50 years in hip-hop. Hip-hop turns 50 this year, and we're going to be joined by hip-hop artists at our hip-hop summit. The Hip-Hop Caucus, an international organization, will be here co-convening alongside the Teaching Artists Institute. We want the youth, we want the artists. Black Arts District, Lady Breon, consider this your invitation. We're inviting you here. all of our young people from BCCC and CCBC to Morgan State University, college students, be a part of this conversation. You're not just leaders for tomorrow, you are the leaders of today. We need you to stand up and take your rightful place at the front of this movement. We'll see you here at the Baltimore City Convention Center, April 19th through the 23rd, but especially on Earth Day, April 22nd, where our Hip Hop Summit will convene. Show up. Welcome our international guests. Welcome our national guests into our city. Let them know that we are welcoming them. We have Akwaba for the president of Ghana, Karibuni for the teaching artist coming from Tanzania, and we want to show the Ubuntu from our South African delegation. This is an international meetup of the minds for Black people, and we want you to be here with us. Again, my name is Kim Poole. I'm joined by our organizational president, Babahi Haki Ami, and we look forward to seeing you on Earth Day.
Good morning. Unlike Kim, I don't have a beautiful singing voice, but I'm so glad that she does. Yeah, I can DJ. To the good doctor, to the entire conference, we are extremely proud to welcome the State of the Black World Conference 5 to the Black Capital, Mr. President, the city of Baltimore on April 19th through the 23rd. We all know that Baltimore is a world-class city, and each year we welcome visitors from across the globe. We are so delighted in a city that has such a deep and rich history and a deep and rich Black history to have this conference in particular, which brings the president of Ghana and other luminaries and people from all over the world, from the U.S., Africa, the Caribbean, Central and South America, to the city of Baltimore. This conference will offer whole sessions and will offer solutions to the issues that are important to our people of African descent, not just here in the States, but across the globe, and that will benefit all of us in society. I sincerely hope in asking all of Baltimore to come out and attend and experience this once in a lifetime experience of a conference. It's being held right here at our convention center, and we want people to come. Go to the conference, stay, listen, learn about what's happening with your brothers and sisters around the world, because this is the only way that truly Black people are going to come together and be the best version of ourselves if we work and collaborate across the globe each and every day. So we want to thank the conference for being here. We're going to be here to support them throughout the entirety of the conference. And once again, welcome back to Baltimore, to the State of Black World Conference. Thank you very much.